Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On 3rd down, it's Jackson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's brought down. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 5 catches, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14. It is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. White. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Boy, excellent coverage there. Last week he had the interception, one reason why he was the AFC Defensive Player of the Week.
So no jokes about not having hands, right? Because he got the pick last week. This week, he's knocked down a ball in this game so far. Let's see if he can get an interception as this one continues.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw.
And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. 2nd down and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Jerry Jeudy,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing is Wilson.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 18 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the Raiders have got him.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Robinson's got it. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jackson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Buying time to his left. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st down, Jackson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on it, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw again is Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. To return it, Darius Phillips.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Maurice Hurst. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this 3rd quarter of play. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive, because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So in this case, you think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
7 yards to pick up there.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This is caught by Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try and run for it. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams.
Malcolm Kuntz there on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Raiders have got him. Clelin Ferrell able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's complete to Adams. And he's got this down to the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They're going to look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson will throw again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. Actually, I've heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's caught by Jackson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. From the 39, Wilson. He completes this to Sutton.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing again here, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
That's complete, Okue-Bunam.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure him. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. The quick slant caught. And he's brought down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Raiders
Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. With the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Wilson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to.
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Denver.